What's up, everyone? This is Mike with PricePow.com, and today I'm going to review all three flavors of the super popular PES Select Protein. PES has done a really good job here, and the reason everyone's loving this stuff is because you have a very clean profile, 24 grams of protein, 1.5 grams of fat, 1 or less grams of carbohydrates depending on the flavor, without adding any extra coffee creamers or any nonsense amino acids, but they're still able to make it really thick and rich tasting. Currently out is milk chocolate, cookies and cream, and Snickerdoodle. A lot of people talking about the Snickerdoodle flavor, which is kind of a cinnamon swirl cookie kind of flavor. So I'm gonna get them all mixed up here. We'll probably edit some of this out, and then we'll talk about each one and pour them into these pint glasses here so that you can kind of see the consistency. All right, the first one I have here is the Snickerdoodle flavor. Very, very popular. This is a pretty thick powder, you can see, and the reason is that it's got an ingredient profile of milk protein isolate, which is mostly casein protein and some whey protein, and then they add whey protein concentrate with the 80% version, so WPC 80, which is 80% by weight of protein in the whey concentrate. It's the highest quality type of concentrate there is, and then you have some extra leucine peptides added. So we'll take that any time of the day, and it makes for a pretty thick consistency, as you can see here. The smell is very, very strong. What I've noticed here is that I want about 1 scoop for 7 ounces of water, and that's what I've determined would be the best. But the smell is definitely a bit more robust than some of the other sweeter cinnamon swirl flavors that you may have had, like Cellucors or Dimetizes. Those are kind of like the cinnamon bun kind of flavors. This definitely stays a little bit more true to the Snickerdoodle cookie and has a little bit more zing and a little bit less sweetness to it. And the smell is kind of consistent with that as well. All right, the second flavor I have is standard milk chocolate right here. Again, another pretty thick powder. Goes in the scooper quite well. And one thing you'll notice here, I haven't taken too many scoops out of this one. PES, they do this with Alphamine. They do this with a lot of their products. The packaging is great. This is a small looking container for being about 2 pounds. The reason is that when you get this product, it is filled to the top. Same goes with Alphamine, 84 servings in that. We absolutely love it. It's a heavy little thing. This is really appreciated. I love the packaging. I love how they don't have a lot of wasted space in here. Saves you a little bit of room, and it just shows that PES is a little bit more efficient than some other companies. And finally, here is the cookies and cream flavor. It looks all white, but we will see that there are some black cookie specks, look like Oreos in there, once we get it all mixed up. Let's start with the Snickerdoodle here. Pour this into this glass. Now, as you can see, that is quite a thick consistency, especially since there's no added fats really, or any there's no added fats, there's no added coffee cream or any of that kind of nonsense. And the reason is because they are using the casein protein from the milk protein isolate as the thickener. Now, it is definitely an awesome, robust flavor. This is a very unique protein. If you want a very sweet cinnamon bun one, this isn't for you. I'm not saying it's not sweet, it's just not as sweet as Cellucors. But this, I can imagine, be incredible for cooking. And if you just want something a little more zing, a little more cinnamon, if you find yourself adding more cinnamon to some of those other cinnamon products, this is definitely the one for you. Now, the one thing is, though, with that extra casein protein, it is a touch grittier. So if you just take this right off the bat, and you've never taken a casein-based protein before, and you're used to these proteins that have all sorts of junk added, it's going to feel a little bit less smooth in your mouth. The fact is, though, most of the users who are in the know, PES has a pretty advanced kind of customer base. The users in the know are very happy with that because the macronutrients have only 1.5 grams of fat in this whole thing, 24 grams of protein, less than a gram of carbohydrates. So for most people, that is worth it. If you need the smoothest ever protein, the casein is going to add a little bit of grit to it. I think it's definitely worth it, especially with such a great, unique flavor here. All right, next up, gonna do the chocolate here. Look at that, that looks like chocolate milk. This is mixed with water, 7 ounces of water. Probably could have used a little less water with this one. It looks a little thinner. I definitely didn't use as many ice cubes in this one. So that tastes, it's a standard chocolate flavor. To me, it tastes like the Optimum Nutrition milk chocolate casein protein, which is a great taste. Thing is, for me, I'm kind of bored of the chocolate a little bit. Not of this chocolate in specific, but all chocolates. I kind of like these new flavors, the Snickerdoodles, the cookies and cream, as we'll get to. This is a great chocolate. But honestly, anyone who's hearing all these great things about PES Select, it's the other two flavors that are making this happen. It is not necessarily chocolate. But if you're a chocolate lover, you will like this. Same thick consistency, dash of that grit from the casein, but awesome clean profile. So, yeah, it goes down easier. Actually, that is a little bit smoother than the Snickerdoodle. So, put that one aside. And now, for the best. I don't know if you can see it in the bottom there. There is a little bit of cookie bit with that cookies and cream here. Some of you are going to hate this glass that I'm about to pour it in. I was actually at this game right here in school during that time, so it shows my age. Look at that. There's definitely a lot of foam in this one. So it was the last one I shook, so maybe it didn't have as much time to settle. But you got fair amount of that Oreo looking stuff, but the real thing is the taste. Awesome. Never have I, cookies and cream is the one to get, in my opinion, if you want the sweet, unique flavor, something that's a little bit more creative. The fact is that there's never been, to me, a cookies and cream flavor that actually tasted like cookies and cream ice cream. This one hits it on the head. I know CJ's a huge fan of cookies and cream. He's been mad that he wasn't here for this review because usually we complain that, oh, this cookies and cream does not taste like, it tastes like glorified vanilla sometimes. This one literally tastes exactly like the ice cream. You could probably do some great things with ice and water in a blender, maybe with milk, make it even thicker if you are on a strict diet and missing ice cream. So overall, you're going to see that PES Select has like a 9.8 rating on bodybuilding.com. There's a reason for that. It's super clean, super well packaged, no nonsense, and it tastes absolutely great. Honestly, cookies and cream is the one to get. And as always, you can always compare prices at pricespot.com/PES/select protein. We'll make you a link and everything. I couldn't say enough good things about what PES is doing. This is exactly what people want. This is exactly what other companies aren't delivering. So PES has stepped up their game, and pretty much everything they've been doing has been knocking it out of the park. So we're super happy to be having them on PricePlow. So until next time, you can subscribe to our channel and check it out for price drop comparisons on pricespot.com. Thanks.